Hello, good night again. Welcome to M&M TV with your host Mark and Marge. Alright, you want to?
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Alright, what we want to deal with tonight is I saw a post where COlaz Smith was talking about he was betrayed. Right? He was betrayed by persons in his team on more than one occasion, but at this point he was calling the individual a Judas. A Judas. Persons was asking him if he was going to shuffle his team, but he said that no shuffling. He's not going to shuffle his team. Right? He said the person, them a fee boy them still, but they betrayed him with persons who did not help them. And he was the one that took them from nowhere, some of them from nowhere basically, and helped them. And now some of them are betraying him. So Mark, what do you think about that?
Well, good evening again, and welcome back to M&M TV. It is it is interesting to know that if a person, if you call a person Judas, I mean, this is a very serious statement. When a person understands the role of a Judas, that kind of role is a serious role. I mean, yes, when the Lord, the Lord know from the beginning that Judas was to betray him, but colors who would have no such knowledge because he's not the Lord. So after you find out a person is a Judas, I am confident to say that it is very difficult for you to really work with a person who is a Judas because you're not going to trust that person. And if you are going to keep a person like that on your team after you went public and calling this person a Judas, I think it's going to be a problem going forward. Because the fact of the matter is that the person know that he's the one. Yes, he knows that he's the one, and when he make it public, his conscience is going to beat him. And you, colors, is going to also you're not going to be able to effectively run, that team, knowing that this guy cannot be trusted. So I think it's going to be on you now as a leader of the team to decide, the next course of action. But as far as I am concerned, it is untenable, yeah, to really continue with a person who you can consider to be a Judas. It does impossible because I'm sure other persons who are in and around the circle who know who this person are and this person is, and of course they themselves would also feel uncomfortable to work with this person. So this person is going to be it's going to be a problem for this person, and I'm sure in short order this person will have to step aside because it's going to be evidently clear that he can no longer hide because it is overwhelmingly clear that he is the one. Yeah, because COlaz did not state who the person is, so we have no idea who the person is. But he knows, and that person knows. Yeah.
Well, as far as the part where he said that he took some of them from nowhere basically,
Yeah.
and helped them. That part is true because I am a follower of COlaz and his show for a good while because my daughter is a follower of COlaz. She loves COlaz.
Yeah.
She's a little child, but she loves COlaz and his team. She always, if she see them cook, sometimes she said to me, say, Mommy,
Yes.
try this now, or try that now.
That
Me
is
say,
it.
where you get that from?
Yes.
She say, me see it for COlaz.
Yes, yes,
Me say,
that is true.
me say, you see that for COlaz?
Mhm.
She say, yes. Sometimes me say, no, sir, you don't see nothing for COlaz, man.
Yeah.
And she say, make me show you.
Oh.
Make me show you. See them there?
Oh,
See COlaz a cook them? See
Yeah.
them a cook.
Yes.
Right? So that part is true that he has him took them from far. Many of them from very far
Yeah.
and helped them because at one point me hear COlaz say to them say some of them him just give them a job basically because some of them was school boys when him took them up and him try with them and him say him basically give them a job, right? They help themselves, right? So COlaz, what I have seen that he have good mind. COlaz have very good mind because a lot of persons when they reach in a certain position they don't really help people. You understand? And he does. Whether doing the money he take and do it or not, he is considerate. He is considerate because me hear a few of them say that. Say COlaz a good boy man when them ask them any question. COlaz a good boy man. Right? So that is true.
But what about the persons who would say that you know all of them come together and make the team? What about a person like that? Would have a comment like that? And say, well, you know, COlaz could not do it by himself. You know, the person who would be saying that, you know, they couldn't, you know, COlaz could not have accomplished what he have accomplished if he didn't have these guys around him. What would you say to somebody who would ask a question like that?
Yeah, he could not accomplish what he have accomplished if he never have these guys around him.
Yes.
But again, in the post he said that he don't really have a problem with them making them one channel because he know that people who want to go on them own and try them own thing. So he don't really have no problem with that. But his problem is the betrayal, and he must say the person who them are betraying with is people who don't really help them.
Yes.
Right? And people who don't help them. And he's saying that some of them they are ungrateful to him. And if them really do what them do, what him said them do, well, that is so sad because I have been following COlaz and I have seen where COlaz who don't have house, COlaz help them get house. Who don't have this, COlaz help them get that. He was just helpful to them. So anybody who really do that, them hurt him real bad. And I am a person who may know how betrayal feel.
Yes.
Personal experience when people betray you. And it is very hard to get over. It's not good at all. And I don't know, he's saying that he's not going to shuffle because, but if him shuffle, people will know who.
Yes.
You understand? Because people are going to know who he start with. Because even myself, would I know who because I know who he start out with.
Yes.
So if he shuffle it team, me I going to know who. Even my small child, she are going to know who too.
Yes.
Because she know who and who she always see there.
Yes.
So if she does see certain people there, she go say then whether somebody there that they know the COlaz team again. So even she will pick up. So I think that is where he's being careful and he not really want to give nobody no impression right away of say a Tom do me this or a Dick do me that. So when him not shuffle it now, the person is there because me hear him say in the post because I read the post for myself.
Yes.
Me book up on it, so I don't know hear nobody.
Yes.
And me hear from people. Me see it for myself. And he's saying that he will like he would say that this has happened before.
Yes.
This has happened before. It's not the first time it has happened and them are my boys still. That is what he was saying. Them are my boys still.
But some would say that he's I mean for some people who are viewing now, they would say that the fact that he's going to keep these people, and so one of them out of that is a betrayer. some would say he is disingenuous because I mean, how difficult is it going to be for you to continue with a person who betrays you? Yeah, and, again, it come back down now to the point of trust, and trust is broken, and this kind of trust is going to be very difficult to be repaired because of the level of betrayal. So some would say that he must just do what he needs to actually do, regardless of what it may happen. Because some would say that the fact that he make it public in the first place is going to show something that he couldn't keep it in his mind at all, because some would tell you that him shouldn't really make it public in the first place. But the fact that he make it public now, the person who is the person who is the Judas, as I said before, he's going to feel highly uncomfortable, and his stay at COlaz place there is untenable.
But suppose somebody would have said no, say him forgive him, and he keep him there, him and him attack it over. And suppose somebody would have said that, say him a try to forgive the person and talk over and see where they can go from there.
Yeah. Some would say, as far as the forgiveness part is concerned, some would say that this, the post should never have come before all of the all of the channels was explored. You should explore everything first to see if this person can be forgiven and the person can be restored. But the fact that you're going to make it public, you're already putting yourself in a very uncomfortable position, because you should not make it public. And if you know that you're not going to give him a second chance, you should not have make it public in the first place. I mean, the fact that you make it public now, it is literally going to be difficult now to actually go back on this, because it is public knowledge.
But I think that I think that COlaz did the right thing.
For my, as far as I'm concerned, I think what he should have done is to not bring it public. I think he should have given the person somewhere, he should have a heart-to-heart conversation with the person, and to ensure that, because as I said, the fact that he bring it public, it's going to be untenable for this person to actually stay there, because those who is there with him know who the person is, and him know, and the person himself know. So it's that, you see, when Judas betrayed the Lord, Judas realized that the team that he was a part of, he no longer could be a part of that team. And of course, we're not saying that this person should do any such thing like what Judas did. But it's just that it is untenable. I mean, this person will have to, in my opinion, step aside, step away, and do what he have to do. But something of that nature. I mean, as I said, I think Sir COlaz really should have explored all the avenues of saving can forgive him before he make it public. The fact that is public knowledge now is going to be very difficult, for the damage to be undone.
Well, I think that him get it off him conscience. I think so, because I think that he must have spoken to this individual before him come out with it, right? Because I cannot remember every word that he said, because it was like a letter thing, like.
Yeah.
So I cannot remember everything that he said.
Right.
But he was saying to the persons that he was not going to go that route. He was not going to go that route at all.
He's not going to go what route?
He is not going to go the point of shuffling the team. He's not going to go that route.
But I want
I think that he what he did
yes.
is the right thing, because him get it off him conscience, some people, can talk to people,
Yeah.
and people can do people things, some people things,
Mm.
and the person talk to the person and laugh with the person as if nothing happened.
Yes.
Well, I am not like that.
Right.
I cannot. You see, from somebody do me something me no like, me have to make them know. You see, if we can work it from there, so then we work it. If we can't work it, we just separate ourselves. But me can't stay with somebody there and know say me hurt that individual or that individual hurt me. And me laugh and talk with that person as usual. So the moment that COlaz make it public, COlaz and make the person know say, say me don't like what you do.
But
me don't like what you do.
as I said that in
and you are wrong because him say according to him, him say the part that hurt him the most in the post that he did was that he must say me take up some of them from nowhere and the person with them a betray me with them not help them do nothing. They are ungrateful. That is what he was saying. Right? So you can see that he's hurt.
Yes, naturally.
He's hurt, but he's just trying to make amends of the situation because he don't want put it public because
but it is
no, he don't want name the individual.
But the fact that him
put it in the post that you can read it, but he does not name the individual because even since evening I saw someone was speculating.
Yes.
Who the person was because the person even put up a picture of an individual and was saying that they are wondering if that is the individual.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. But they said that COlaz did not name the individual. Right. So they are just speculating.
They can't bring pictures. I don't think that's a proper thing. You can't bring pictures. You don't want to actually, put greater problem in that team. So if you say the person is unnamed, I think we should just leave it like that. Yes. You can't bring pictures because you want to add fuel to the fire. Yeah. And that might not be the right thing.
Because a lot of them have their channels. Because I've watched a few of them.
Yes.
And even recently, I was watching.
Don't call it any name.
No, I'm not calling. I was watching the channels of some of them. And their channels are very interesting. Yeah, man, very interesting. And I was saying to myself that, look here, Tom having one channel now, that is very good.
Yes.
That is very good. I wonder how COlaz feel about this. I was just saying that before me see the post.
Yes.
Yeah, before me see the post.
Yeah.
And I think that if they have their own channel, they should separate themselves from COlaz because COlaz even carry them gaffering.
Yes.
COlaz even bring them gaffering. Make them go on their first trip and gaffering. So him do a lot for them. Him do a lot. And if people do something like them, they feel and you really no sir. Me understand how COlaz feel.
Yes.
Because the person them will betray me never do so much for them. I may feel hurt. Much less when him do for some of them.
Yes.
It is really hard to deal with.
Well, it is never easy to deal with any form of betrayal. Many of us who have been there, help people and see how people really treat us. We know that it's not a nice experience. It's not pretty. But as I said, the only thing that I think I actually would give him a little fault for is to actually make the post public. I think more or less, that particular post should have not become public, because if it wasn't public, then perhaps if you go through all the channels and you think more or less no, so this person is no longer you can no longer work with this person, then and the person decides, all right, he's going to go his own separate ways, and he's going to continue to doing one thing now without this person. Then I think at that time the post would have been more reasonable, because of course that time you have gone through the process of talking over this situation, and you realize that the damage is so badly done that it cannot be undone. So I don't know. There's always hope, things can always change for the better. But I think more or less that in future endeavors, it is critical that before we make certain posts public, which and go through all the avenues to really ensure that everything we can do possible to really get if a person to come back on your team, and if you can live with that person again, if you can move with that person again, then and the person move on, then I think at that time is when a post like that should be public. But as long as, as I said, it's just difficult for him to continue to have the same team with this one person who is going to undermine, in my opinion, the whole team. And the other ones, is going to feel a certain type of way because them love him and rate him. And also the one person here, deserves certain things. So, it's going to put a strain on the team, in my opinion, is my view. And so, it's just unfortunate all around. It shouldn't happen.
No, sir.
Because
And I think
you get the opportunity. You get the opportunity, that you start to fly and thing.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, everyone can still have them channel and you still, work together and even get stronger. It's unfortunate when sometimes people follow people and know that, you have a good friend will stay up, we turn up with you and it's all everybody work together, build things together, and it's unfortunate that you make somebody, the person who did that betrayal. It's unfortunate, it's unfortunate that you make such person bring this kind of division between you and the person who helped you to reach where you are. It's very unfortunate, brother. It shouldn't happen. And I hope that for some reason you may come to yourself and realize, boy, this COlaz here was a very good friend, and I can't afford to lose this friendship because of this person who have never done anything for me. So I think it is important for you, brother, whosoever you are, to realize that good friend is very few and far between. So it is important to mend fences, yeah. For your things, you do something wrong, and you shouldn't do it. I think you can do the big man thing and come to COlaz and say, boy, say, brother, so what happened? We really shouldn't do it. I'm sorry about it. And we can allow it is not so egregious that it is, it's so bad that you can't trust each other again. As long as it is not that bad, I think you can talk over it and get it out of the way. But as I said, the post is a little, post is going to be a challenge because now it's going to point a finger on somebody.
Well, I think
That's my opinion.
I think the Judas should have examined him or herself.
It's only him, isn't it? There's no
I don't know. I don't know who the person is. I don't know.
Then
who
the team, not only males.
I don't know who
No,
the individual
no, all right.
is.
So no, but let's
But
face it.
what I will
The
say,
team is not all males. He cook with. He cook with females.
well, when he ready, female the funny team.
But didn't. All right.
So,
Anyway,
I don't know.
regardless.
I don't know who the individual is.
All right.
But whosoever the individual is, I think that person should have examined him or herself and said, then if me do this, then how COlaz would I feel if me do that? Because persons are speculating with their pictures,
Yes, and that's not good. That's not.
Yes, man.
You don't want to. You don't want to create. You put out the wrong person picture now, and then you end up. End up. You're not going to put the team in a more problem. So. I don't think the pictures are necessary. I don't think it's not. I don't for those who have done that, I think you don't want to add fuel into fire because you don't want to go brand the wrong person and then you have a bigger problem. So I don't think that the picture is necessary. I wouldn't go there if I was that person who actually post picture. I wouldn't do that.
Well. On that note, I think we will watch and see what COlaz will do. I will watch and see what he will do. If he will make any changes or he will continue with those persons that he have there and make amends.
Yes. So I think we shall leave it here. I can't what you just said. You know watch and see what happened as far as the future is concerned. But you know, as I said, that I wish for Colin and his team all the best, and you know, I hope they can work it out if it is workable. And if they can't work it out, they will just separate peacefully. I mean, it's life. It's life, you know, because the other time that Paul and Silas, you know, these guys were so close. What? Yes, you think it was Paul and Silas or Paul and Barnabas? One of these two guys. And they were working together over a period of time, and then one at a time they end up have a sharp disagreement, and the disagreement was so fierce that they decided that they have to go in separate ways. You know, so there are times when sometimes there are certain things that you know you are dealing with that it might be very difficult to actually deal with it, and sometimes it is best sometimes to go your own ways if you don't think that it is possible to actually mend it. So I think we leave it there, and hope, as I said before, for the best for for his brother and his team. Okay.
Yeah, man. COlaz, big up yourself.
Yeah.
You're one of your fan. Straight. Bye.